Hi, I'm Carl Lucci, and this is the I Refuse to Fail partnership. And we have weekly events, free events that anybody can attend. And at these events, we have either our partners or our members sometimes give some expertise that they're really good at, and it gives them an opportunity to be seen and to share their information absolutely free. And so this week, we got our Refuse to Fail partner, Mark Lane with Eco York. And Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can tell everybody what you're going to discuss and take it from there.
All right, thanks, Carl. So Mark Lane from Eco York. I am an I Refuse to Fail partner. You can learn more about our company at ecoyork.com. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about AI and how to power your small business. So AI really isn't for just large businesses. You're seeing a lot of larger companies utilize AI, and there are ways that you can use AI for your small business as well. When we started Eco York, we started as a custom software development company back in 2009. So I really look at AI as similar to the software that we were creating when we first started. As long as it helps automate and help you perform tasks within your business a little more efficiently, that's really the way to utilize AI. You can see here's the trend of how different people have adapted AI within their small businesses over the years. Of course, 2026, you can kind of see it at the top here. And of course, it helps improve productivity within your company. When I'm mentioning to our team about how to utilize AI, I'm not using it as a replacement for their positions. More or less, we're using it to help them perform certain tasks and certain things within the company a lot more efficiently. We can roll out software more quickly. We can roll out websites. We can help optimize and get insights on different SEO and AI related techniques for a company. So there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize AI. Here's a couple of them. So personalized websites. So you can utilize AI for creation of websites. We utilize Claude a lot. I've actually utilized Claude probably more than I use ChatGPT now as well. There's a lot of really cool prototypes that you can do. The one thing that I would caution companies, though, that are utilizing AI when it comes to websites, custom software applications, things like that, is everybody thinks that they know exactly what they know what they want and they put that into the AI. But the problem is when you're not looking at the security behind it, I think a lot of companies that don't have somebody to help advise them on maybe the coding that's coming out behind the scenes or advising them on the right tools to use for different things, you might have some security vulnerabilities there. So I just want to caution companies on if you're developing a tool that you're uploading to a server and you're not securing it or you don't have someone to help advise you, and there's different areas to work with a company like ours to help you with that sort of thing. AI chatbots are very popular now. We're using it on our website. So anytime somebody visits ecoyork.com, you can ask a question about how we can help you, what services we have. You can book appointments directly through the chatbot as well. A lot of CRMs tie into this. So depending on what CRM you might be utilizing for your company, look into the AI related chatbots that are maybe tied to that. You can also automate follow-ups and things like that. Content creation. So there's certain tools that you can utilize to help with either ideas for content creation. We've used ChatGPT for videos, just for video ideas and kind of storylines, storyboards, that type of thing. You can use it for blog articles. Again, you kind of want to outline the uh, the prompts so that they're accurate when you get, because whatever you put into the AI is typically what you're going to get out of it. So you want to be pretty specific in what you're looking for, and outline it so that it's a personal touch. It doesn't sound like a robot, that kind of thing. But as long as you put those prompts in there, you can get really good results. You can also use it for social media. So if you're looking for a bunch of posts to post to your social media pages and things like that, as well as graphics, um, those are also good uses of AI. SEO optimization. So you can actually look at your competitors and see how your website ranks against your competitors and maybe some recommendations as well. So if you put your website into Claude, you can also use it for your Google business profiles. We've done a couple presentations on how to optimize your Google business profile so that you can get at the top of the map pack there. You can actually put your Google business profile in there and say, hey, analyze my company against maybe a competitor and see what the differences are. We put EcoYork into Claude, and the only negative thing, because we're obviously optimizing our Google business profile through our team, was the lack of reviews. Just the type of business that we are, we don't get a ton of reviews compared to maybe some of our competitors. We're in a lot of different areas, and we have a couple different services that we offer, so we don't have quite as many reviews on there. So that was really the only recommendation that it came back with. But it'll give you, if you need more categories to put your business in, if you need a better description, it'll give you a lot of those types of recommendations. Targeted advertising. So you can actually use AI to create ads for you that are going to be targeted towards your specific audience. And again, I mentioned the social media, so content creation, scheduling posts, those types of things. We use a white label version called EcoSpark CRM, which is built on the Go High Level platform, and they have content and social media built directly into their platform. So we can actually use it for content ideas. And what's cool about it is it'll look at your audience and then help you create targeted messaging so that those people will actually reply back. Some other quick examples that we used is we used it for email, draft email creation as well. We had a couple of proposals that we put out there, and after the second follow-up, we didn't get an answer back. They just kind of ghosted us in a sense. So what I did is I actually put the last response into Claude and said, hey, can you draft me a reply that will encourage this person to answer back yes or no, or to schedule a follow-up meeting? And almost immediately, I think after I drafted that message and sent it, within a 5-minute period, I got a reply back and they scheduled a follow-up meeting, or at least gave me an update. So I think if you utilize AI in that respect, it can really find some really neat insights when you're using it for drafting emails. Automating repetitive tasks. So anything that you're doing manually, a lot of it can be automated. Data analysis. So if you're looking at insights on your business or other businesses, those are good ways to utilize AI. These are a couple of tools that you can use. A lot of these you can try out for free. There's limitations when you use it up to a certain level. But if you want to kind of find out how some of these AI related tools are helpful and whether or not it's a good mix for your business or not, Manus.im is actually a really neat one. That's actually what I utilized to create a couple Google slide presentations like the one we're looking at today. I found basically what I would do is I would put in questions on what are some trending topics that small businesses might be interested in, and then outlined a couple of things. I said I want to cover these different items. And then it spit out a Google slide presentation. And I said, okay, well, now can you brand it to be EcoYork branded? And it went to our website. You can see in Claude, you can see it kind of pull up the terminal. They have a little visual of what it's actually doing behind the scenes. And it went to our website, grabbed our color scheme, it threw our logo on there. And then I just converted that PDF that it created into a Google slide presentation. Took me about 5 minutes to create this actual one today here. So you can imagine with 10 slides, putting ideas together and things like that, how much time it took before. Did it replace me actually doing the presentation or talking about the topic? No. Did it allow me to spend those other 25 minutes on something more productive? Yeah. So those are just ways that a business can really utilize it. ChatGPT and Claude, I'm using ChatGPT more for conversation, ideas and things like that. I'm using Claude when it comes to maybe generating an actual landing page or a concept. We're utilizing it within code now as well, so helping you code different software programs or putting different functions together and things like that. Our team has that tied into some software that we're rebuilding at the moment. Canva AI, you can use that for really cool images and things like that. Zapier, of course, has AI built into it to help you automate more workflows. And then, of course, Gemini's on here as well. This is some ways that you can utilize Manus IM, automating task, market research, business planning, and communication management, so emails, lead magnets, those types of things. And then if you just start small, so think about different things that you might be doing on a regular basis. Maybe you're putting together social media posts because you can't maybe afford to hire a company to do that for you right now, or you're looking at maybe keeping that in-house and you want to have control of that, and that's fine. But look at AI to create social media posts. I spent about a few minutes prompting ChatGPT to put out I wanted 2 months worth of a recurring post that I could put out there, but I wanted every single post to be slightly different, along with a graphic and message based on a certain topic, so certain service or product that we're offering. But I wanted it to be educational. I wanted to educate my audience so that when they read it, even if they don't sign up with our service or utilize it, they're still getting something out of it. And I put those prompts into ChatGPT, and I got basically 4 or 8 weeks worth of posts that I can now put into a scheduler and automate those. So that's just one way that I can now get 8 posts out there on a biweekly basis. Optimizing your Google business profile. So I mentioned that a little earlier. You can utilize that to get keywords, content strategies. I used it to update our description and get some better ideas on the description of our business. I have a whole other presentation that you guys can check out on how to optimize your Google business profile. But basically, if you use AI, it can give you a lot of good ideas there as well. And then just look at data-driven decisions. So if you're looking at converting certain things or just comparing yourself against other competitors, those are great ways to utilize AI. Personalized customer communication. So I mentioned that I utilized it for some follow-up emails. A lot of email providers have this built in. I just happen to use ChatGPT because it's kind of learned a little bit more about certain things. And I put in the different email subjects and things that I want to target to people. And really, when I utilize AI for the emails, I'm actually getting responses a lot quicker than if I'm sitting there and typing out the email just based off of what's in my mind. Because it's almost like AI knows what's in your mind, and it also knows the person that you're trying to reach and ways to get them to respond. So it's really cool and utilizing it, and I'd highly recommend it. I was doing a presentation similar to this the other day, and one of the members actually mentioned that he hasn't written an email in 3 years. He just uses AI to basically come up with the responses. Google Workspace and G Suite, which is what we're utilizing, has it built in, and I've used the replies there, and it's almost spot on almost every time. And then looking at your website for mobile friendliness, getting some ideas on how to improve that. That's another good way to utilize AI. And that concludes the presentation today, but hope this was helpful. Again, if you want to learn more about our company, visit ecoyork.com. This is Mark Lane, and thanks again.
Okay, Mark, that was great. Very informative. And it blows, I mean, AI just blows my mind every time I hear something like this. It's crazy. Yeah. And, you can find Mark, as he said, at ecoyork.com, or he'll be listed on our website very soon. And he's one of our partners. So, Mark, once again, thank you very much. And if you're out there and you watch this video and you'd like to participate in some of these, after we do these recordings, what we do is we have a discussion about it with all the attendees in our group. So if you'd like, you're welcome to attend. Nothing costs you nothing to attend an I Refuse to Fail meeting. And so with that, we're going to stop this recording.